Hi, I'm Joe Sandwright Calendar, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck Educational System. And these last few days, I've been talking about how hope is translated into goal setting because goal setting actually helps a child to achieve a level that they hadn't in the past achieved. But it's like a stretch goal or a stress goal, one that kind of makes you want to, work a little harder as defined in C.R. Snyder's hope theory. So we've been talking about goal setting towards that end. Hope in itself is a powerful neurotransmitter. It can drive away depression. It actually makes us feel good, and it also drives down the cost side of the cost benefit equation and helps us focus on the benefit of achieving that particular thing that we're hoping for. And it also attaches to a part of the brain which has a lot to do with motivation. So hope is just wonderfully powerful because of that dopamine neurotransmitter that's released when we hope. And so C.R. Snyder, who created the hope theory, he's a psychologist, he saw that goals actually help us develop more hope and having higher goals to achieve more hope. So we've been looking at the planning steps because first one sets a goal, as Mr. Dr. Snyder uh, gave in his hope theory, three parts: setting up a goal, planning the steps for the goal's achievement, and then the strategies that help us keep going on that path. And as I stated before, there are many pratfalls and obstacles that come along the way, and I've described a few of my own in using the Happy Little Garbage Trucks creation as my huge stretch and stress goal that I had a few years ago, and how I thought that I had finished the book when it was suggested by my sister that I create a teacher's guide. And that led to a student activity book. And I am so proud of this series of materials because I've poured into them a lot of my educational tips and tools that I've used over the 27 years that I've been teaching. So we talked about the planning steps. New things come up along the way, and we plan to reach our goal via those new things that we realize are very important to the overall goal. Because when we start goal planning, we don't know what's going to happen from point to point. And that's why it's kind of an exhilarating process to be involved in. And now we're on the strategies. We've talked about planning. So the strategies are the agencies, as C.R. Snyder described, that get us to the goal. And I thought I'd talk about a few of the strategies that have helped me over the years. And the very first one, I have to say, as a believer in Christ, as a Christ follower, is prayer. Because, I know that within myself, I I can't do a whole lot because especially and I as I set goals because I know that these goals are outside of my norm. So I have to rely on God and a higher power who I know out operating outside of myself. I can rely on God to help me get to that new goal that is having me go through these uncharted waters. And I think about that as far as an explorer. Many of these explorers had no idea what they were going to end up or where they were going to end up. So, they had to just trust the process and trust that they will have someone watching over them to get them from point A to B. Second thing is positive affirmations. I just truly love these because they could be as simple as, you haven't reached your goal yet, or they could be something more lofty like, I am powerful, I am loving, I am able to have friends. I can help my friends. And there's this really great YouTube, it's called Morning Affirmations, and I'll put the link in my description box below, that I've used in my social skills educational program that I believe a child needs because we hear so many negatives during the day. Why not give ourselves a positive boost of energy by saying an affirmation over ourselves? Third, a social group. Now, I have a group of relatives that we meet where we have made a commitment to meet every month to talk about our goals. And believe it or not, we've been doing this for about 20 years, and our goals have changed and evolved just as we have. But we encourage each other. We give each other what we're focusing on as our stretch goal. And each month we share a little bit about how much farther we've gotten towards achieving that goal. In a similar manner, we can encourage the children that we're working with because they are looking toward getting to a goal, but they don't know how to achieve it, or much less the strategies to keep going when they hit those uh, pratfalls or obstacles, or just anything that keeps them from seeing themselves achieving. So they rely on us. We are their mentors, and we are their cheering squad. So we keep the children that we're working with going by giving them that positive encouragement. And it really has helped the children that I've worked with over the years because a lot of times they're not sure you know, what will work because this is new territory for them. So, as the adult, the teacher, the encourager, that's our job. And as a child achieves something, then they can actually see themselves achieving more. But we'll talk about more strategies in our next talk. So, thank you so much for attending. Please share, please subscribe. And if you have any strategies that have worked for you, please leave a note in our chat box. Okay, thank you so much. Talk with you later. Bye bye.